I'm reading the book View of the Hebrews, and as I'm reading this book, the first few pages speak about the Indians and how they mirror with their traditions that of um, the Hebrew Mosaic traits with the observance of the first feast and things like this, or first fruits, and just all that stuff. 8 days, if you've seen a dead body, you were unclean, and just things like that. So as I'm reading this, they start mentioning a tribe, which what I've been waiting for is to find out what tribe that they were looking at, and then go from there. Well, now they're talking about the Senecas. Well, I live in Olean, New York, right? And the Seneca Nation, one of their reservations is right up the road from me here, in Salamanca, which I also think that's interesting because there's a Salamanca that is in Spain. All right, I like to look at maps, and I've seen that, and I'm trying to figure out if there's a connection. How did you have a place here named Salamanca, which obviously had to come after the Salamanca over there in Spain was set up? See what I'm saying? So I need to look into that a lot more before I go around speaking about that or bringing that up. But I found that interesting, and the book talks about the Indians and so on and so forth. But it leads you to think that the Indians are the Native Americans that we see now, and I just don't get that impression anymore from everything that I've read. The Jesuit letter talking about the Black Negro Indians down in South America and in Mexico. The pieces that I've read about John Smith in his diary, where he said that he fought with black Indians, and he killed their chief, and how they were reminded him of the devil. They were just so out of control in his opinion. Christopher Columbus, or Cologne, which I believe that's the correct term, how he wrote about them and the things he had to say about the Negroes and the Virgin Islands and the Caribbeans, and naming them Indos, meaning God's people, or Indians. And it was just things like that. I just don't get the image anymore that the people we call Native Americans are Indians. There is a difference between an Indian and a Native American, period. Indians are Afro-Asians that made their way here through Asia, if you ask me, from what Lex Willis taught and proven, not just taught, but he proved this stuff. Every time he's brought this up, he's proven this stuff. So I give him all the credit, because I never thought like this. I never even would have found this stuff if it wasn't for someone else caring more about history and really comprehending what is written there. So right now I'm just trying to figure out this whole Seneca thing, because I know here in New York there are towns that had signs posted at some point in time, no Indian allowed. So how do you have the Seneca nations here when Indians were not even allowed in New York, but somehow you let the Senecas just hide out or give them a reservation? I don't get this. Plus, I've seen some of the people that come out of these tribes, and they look your everyday Native American phenotypes and all that, but there's others that are straight up just like the book describes. So if anyone else has any history of the Senecas, like a real history, they can go farther back, any letters or something like that, or somewhere to direct me. I'm just trying to go as far back as I can to find out what did others write about the Senecas now. So just please tag it so I can read it and help me to grow in this. Thank you. Peace out, family.